everyone, how are you? Here to give you the review of Van Helsing Season 3. The show starts off with the First Elder killing Dimitri due to the order of Tessa and Scarlett Van Helsing, the sisters. You find out that the very first Elder, the ancient vampires, there's 4 of them, that were entombed throughout centuries. If you unlock one of the tombs, he must serve you. But this first Elder was locked up by Abraham Van Helsing and his brother. And there was a curse set upon him that he must serve only Van Helsings for the rest of his life. So throughout this season, he serves Tessa and Scarlett. Tessa and Scarlett want to know if there's a way to destroy all vampires once and for all. He says there is a way, but it's never been done before. You have to destroy all 4 Elder vampires. Once you destroy all of them and gain their artifact, like his is a ring, one's a bracelet, stuff like that, opens up a portal, and that portal takes you to Dracula, where she's trapped in a dimension, and you fight Dracula. If you kill her, then all the vampires are destroyed. They can never be reborn again, apparently. Well, the rest of the group were like, you know what, we're done fighting. We need a break from all this battles. They want to just go. And they find out with this place called Denver that's apparently safe from vampires. Like, is this for real? There's actually a safe zone that's free from vampires. So they head to Denver. So the season 3 is by like 2 groups, but they interact throughout the season. It's very good. I'll talk to you about Tessa Scarlett's journey. They destroy the 3 elders in order of when they became a vampire elder. But the 3rd elder is actually Abraham Van Helsing's brother. That was a shocker. He was entombed to be turned into a vampire, and he was the elder. He tells him that he don't know who the 4th elder is. No one does. That's the tricky part. But there's a vampire called the Oracle. She's one of Dracula's brides. She knows who the 4th elder is. You must find her. So the rest of their season, they track this Oracle. She's awesome. She's old, but she's very fast and very powerful. She even uses a staff. And the way she talks in the show is very creepy. Like, it freaked me out every time. She tries to stop Tessa and Scarlett in the group there. Stop her from destroying Dracula. So she finds Sam, the guy that was a deaf dude, way back season 1 that turned into a vampire in season 2. Well, he, in season 3, captured Maham while the other group is traveling to Denver. They stop. They go after him. They find Maham. He's seriously injured. Sam gets him again. Sam has this obsession with Muhammad because they were friends during the vampire apocalypse. Muhammad don't like him now because he was a serial killer. Sam turns Muhammad into a vampire, which Muhammad never wanted to become. And for the rest of the season 3, Muhammad goes after Sam for payback, and Sam finds this other guy and turns him into like a Muhammad version 2.0 and turns him into a vampire as well. And he pits both Muhammad and this other Muhammad against each other in a battle. The original Muhammad wins, of course. Oracle confounds Sam and convinces him to help her destroy Tessa and Scarlett Van Helsing. And in return, Dracula will grant him immortal power. Tessa's journey in season 3 ends when Tessa and Scarlett confront the Oracle. And they have a massive battle with the Oracle and Sam. Come to find out, the Oracle chose Sam as the 4th elder. That's the trick. That's why no one's never knew who the 4th elder was. The 4th elder is never born unless all 3 other previous elders are destroyed by somebody. So Sam transforms into this massive vampire. He has like horns that grow out of his head. He's very powerful. And he just looks very freaky looking how he looks. My intro picture would be him of his transformation with the horns to show you what it looks like. A big battle ensues. Muhammad gets killed by Sam. Scarlett gets killed. Axel leaves. Tessa, to fend for herself, because Axel had fallen in love with Scarlett and was upset that Tessa didn't do anything to save Scarlet in his eyes. Like, she could have saved her, but she didn't. The other half of Season 3 is about the group that's traveled to Denver. Like I said, Muhammad was captured and all that. Well, the other group, they encounter... They go to Denver. On the way to Denver, they encounter these group of vampires, these pharaohs. Well, they're very intelligent, which they never were before. They can speak, which they never could do before. I'm like, what's going on here? And they're in the daylight, and they're not burning up. And normal ways to kill vampires ain't working. Well, come find out, there was this vampire that was experimented on by a group of scientists. And he has a scar across his face. He escaped and has been roaming since. And every human he turned became a daywalker. They can live in the sunlight, they're harder to kill, and they're more intelligent. He needs a group of those people to Denver. Because Denver's like basically a big old hunting ground for vampires, for victims. So, Lucky gets killed along the way. Flash gets killed, but actually, come find out he's alive. And that's when Julius and Axel find out that since Tessa turned them back to being human for being a vampire, there's another ability. They can't die no more. That's a pretty sweet, like, they can get shot, stabbed. They just live. Like, they can't die. So they're like, wow, we're like invincible. Awesome. So they get to Denver. They try to tell the people in Denver, like, these daywalkers are coming. Like, the vampires that fight in the sunlight, live in the sunlight, and that the more powerful, they're coming to attack you guys. And of course, Denver's like, yeah, you guys are full of it. Until the attack happens. Julius comes face to face to Scab. You find out Scab is Julius' second in command when Julius was a vampire way back in Season 1, and Scab did his bidding for him. And Julius always treated him badly, so Scab's now like a daywalker and goes after Julius. A big battle in Denver happens. There's casualties on both sides. It ends with Scab and the other vampire daywalkers overrunning Denver and takes it over while Julius and Doc's new girlfriend she meets in this season, I think her name is Megan, not sure. And Flash, they're like with the small group of people that's left alive. They're trying to hide. That's how that part of that season ends. Season 3, by far, is one of my favorite seasons of Van Helsing. Like, Season 1 was awesome. Season 2 was good, but Season 3 totally blew my mind. I'll be back next week to talk to you about Season 4 of Van Helsing, where you find even out more interesting people. I'll give you a little spoiler here. You find out there's 2 more Van Helsings that was created in a lab by using Tessa and Scarlet's DNA. And they encounter them in Season 4, Tessa does. And they're right powerful. They don't know they're Van Helsings. That's the interesting part. Stay safe, everybody. Comment below if you have seen Van Helsing, what you thought of the show, who your favorite character is, or you're going to check it out now about what I'm talking about it. And I've told only about like a quarter of what happens. A lot more stuff happens. And the characters' involvement is awesome. Interactions. Stay safe. Too sweet. Bye.